People often misunderstand the terms free will, freedom, and liberty. And actually, there is a very powerful spiritual message in clarifying these terms. So, let me try to clarify. Let's begin with free will. Free will is the biggest and most fundamental. Free will essentially means that you have the ability to either accept or reject your creator, God who created you. He gave you free will, an ability that you can either accept or reject him. And this is the source of all evil. The choice to reject your creator rather than accept your creator is actually the source of all evil in the world. Because when you choose to reject your creator, it is because you choose to assert yourself. And the asserting of self in a community of beings that were created to love one another, the asserting of self creates an evil dynamic, a destructive dynamic in creation, which is what evil people are and what they do. They destroy the created order of God by asserting themselves. On the other hand, if you choose to exercise your free will in accepting your creator, then you will be in harmony with all of creation, and you will only be a nurturing and good influence in creation. So when people are tempted to say, why is a loving God allowing evil in the world? They should realize that the ability for evil to exist is due to a greater gift of free will. And so why did God give his created beings this ability to reject him? Because of love. Love is the greatest value of God. And in order to love, one must have freedom. One must have the free will. So for example, you cannot have someone love you if they cannot reject you. If you created a robot that must accept you, that robot can never love you, because it simply is an automaton. It's doing what it must do. On the other hand, if you created a robot with the freedom to accept you or reject you, and if it accepts you, then it is well maintained and is performing according to its specs. But if it rejects you, it breaks down and it has no maintenance and it creates evil and destruction around it. Should it blame you for the evil? No, because it is due to its misuse of the free will that you gave it. So that's free will. Next, we have liberty. Liberty is your ability to make individual choices within creation. Creation is layered in many levels. Creation is an intricate, beautiful, layered, many mansions kind of affair. And we are walking through creation, and we have the liberty, the ability to make many individual choices. However, depending on our exercise of our free will, those choices will be either good or evil. If we exercise our free will to accept our creator, then all of our choices in liberty, all of our free choices will be in accordance with the way creation was meant to be. It will be all constituting good. If, however, we exercise our free will to reject our creator, then all of our individual choices will constitute evil, will tend towards destruction and chaos in creation. So there is free will and liberty. And finally, we have freedom. Freedom is simply a psychological sense of liberty. When we actually are able to make many individual choices, we develop a sense of being free. and that is what we call freedom. So the biggest one is free will, the second biggest one is liberty, and the last one is freedom. In the end, I think when I am tempted to be dismayed and lament the evil in the world and evil people and the terrible things that happen, when I contemplate that it is only possible because our Creator first invited us to freely join Him in His divine love affair with the creation He created, and evil is only possible when we misuse this. When I realize this, I'm actually inspired to offer praise to the Creator rather than condemnation for evil. I'm actually inspired to offer praise because in every individual act of evil, I see a misused invitation of the Creator to love. And how can you condemn He who created you to love? How could you condemn that unless you have no good in you? So here's my individual unique sermon for the day. Ciao.